subscribe, because not everybody watched till the end of the video, so I'm putting this at the beginning of this video. My last couple of videos have been me trying my hand at the gauntlet that is keyboard and mouse gaming. We've gotten embarrassed in Call of Duty, and we've reigned victorious in Fortnite. But what if I did this series the way a normal person would, by playing a chill single player game to get the feel of the keyboard and mouse? That's what this video is. I tried to look for the chillest game I can find, and alas, I set my sights on SlimeRancher 2. I played SlimeRancher 1 years ago on my Switch, but that is a far cry from the difficulty of SlimeRancher 2 on keyboard and mouse. So follow me into the most relaxing video on YouTube. Some things you need to know about before this game starts are plorts are slime's poop that can be traded for money to upgrade our farm, as well as craft certain items and upgrades. Different plorts go for different prices depending on the slime that produced them. 2. There are special slimes, such as the golden slime that drops a gold plort that goes for the most money per plort. Or the special cat slime that when you feed it gives you $100, and you can feed it multiple times if you're quick enough. 3. Keyboard and mouse kind of breaks the vacuum gun you get in this game, so the gun is like 75% weaker and very finicky. And with that, that's all you need to know, so let's dive in. I started this game like any good open world single player story game should, by doing the tutorial. This was very straightforward and was done quickly as a result. I refused from my ranch to have any of those homeless pink slimes in it, so after the tutorial I got rid of them. I then wanted to get started by gathering a lot of fruit and vegetables. I also caught a cotton slime for dex completion. I don't want these cotton slimes in my ranch because they're readily available outside of my ranch. I then talked to this drone and it showed me a log of what looks like somebody who used to live here. I then interacted with this thing to get some of my map filled out as I got the last carrot to fill my inventory slot. I then seen some rock formations that seemed like with a little bit of platforming skill you'd be able to climb up them. But you know what series this is and how that turned out. So after not being able to swim, I got knocked out due to embarrassment and cried my way home for some rest. When I woke up the next morning, I tried my hand at plortskitball. After missing 2 wide open shots, I knew I needed to stay off the court. After some more exploration, I stumbled onto a cotton gordo. Gordo slimes are slimes that you have to feed a lot of food so they can clear a path that lets you progress. So I fed it the 3 carrots I had and looked for a lot more carrots. I then found an altar of some kind. After jumping on it and nothing happening, I left, not before collecting my first treasure, an emerald cypress. I then seen a pot I could smash for some money. Within that pot, I see my favorite item in the game, the Q-berry. Getting rid of 13 pogo fruits to pick it up. Looking for some more carrots, I then ran into a pink gordo. I don't have enough materials to satisfy 2 gordos, so this one takes the back seat for right now. I then come back to the cotton gordo with 20 carrots, and well, yeah, that still wasn't enough to satisfy it. I looked everywhere for more carrots, but I could only find 1, and feeding that 1 did nothing. While looking behind it, I seen some water lettuce. When I fed it that, it popped, clearing my path. At the end of the path, there was what looked to be a button. Well, that was exciting. When I made it to that pillar of light, I was immediately transported to another island. As I stepped out, I quickly stepped back in, wanting to tackle this new island with an empty inventory. When I got back to my ranch, I promptly built a garden so I can plant my precious Q-berry. Realizing I needed money urgently so I can build a chicken coop, I force-fed the rest of the water lettuce to some random cotton slimes so I can steal and sell its excrement. Since that was a major success, I built a silo so I can store any extra fruit and vegetables, as well as my chicken coop. After it was built, I then put 4 hens into my coop. I was gonna be off to the new island, but I wanted to bring a chicken just in case I seen any of the aforementioned special slimes, so I went back to grab one. Just then, the pink slime that I had ran past snuck his way into my coop, eating one of my hens. After a little bit of unnatural selection, I grabbed a hen and was off. There was a lone plort on the ground though, so I just shot it in the general direction of the plort market portal, and to my and everyone's surprise, it went in. Going to the next island, I did a frame perfect yawn, causing this to happen. Yeah, that stung for a minute. Moving on, I caught a rock slime for the dex, right before failing one of, if not the easiest maneuver, causing me to fall off a cliff and drown, marking my second death. While exploring, these upset slimes got me down to 29 health, and this one action changed this island's fate for the rest of time. The slimes that got mad and hit me happened to be the same slimes I had force-fed a foreign plort, causing it to become a tar slime. A tar slime is a slime that eats other slimes and tries to eat me, but it never works. I then found some angler slimes that I actually do want to add to my ranch, so I collected some of those. I then seen this statue that needed a rock plort to open a secret passageway. I turn around to collect some hens when I see a honey slime running for its life. Just then, a tar slime comes over and grabs it and tries eating it, but they can't survive in the water, so it died. The honey slime was still terrified. I seen one of those map defoggers on the floor, but as I tried to climb up to get it, a tar slime tried to get me, but I was too fast and I made it up unharmed. As I watched nature take its course, I couldn't help but wonder if this was all necessary. That thought quickly left my head as I seen a honey gordo and tried to get to it by platforming on some trees and cliffs. I couldn't get to it yet because I didn't have the jetpack, so I decided to keep exploring. While I was exploring, I found a gap that I was pretty confident I could clear, and with some courage, I missed completely, signaling death number 3. I did some gardening by harvesting all my Q berries and then was off to the island. Once there, I seen some tar. Trying to make up for some of the irreparable damage I'd done to the ecosystem, I tried to shoot it into the ocean. I did it with one and was gonna do it with all of them, but 2 replaced the one I killed, so I decided against it. After witnessing Mother Nature upset, I seen a door that needed a honey plort to open, so after getting the honey plort, I went back to the door. Inside there was a treasure pod that opened and gave me a storage cell blueprint. After walking past what I can only describe as one of Satan's dreams, I seen 3 tar slimes die to the ocean. The last of them survived and tried to kill me, and then I put him with his friends. I then put all the angler slimes that I found into my corral, marking my first slimes in this ranch. I then opened the Pole Star Provisions. It was a lot of nothing that I cared about, so I closed it out. After being called broke by a door that I couldn't afford, luck smiled upon me by gifting me a coin cat. I only fed it once because my reaction time is still slow, but $100 is $100. I then found another Gordo. This time was a phosphor Gordo that I tried to climb over, and it didn't work. My pockets were feeling a little light, so I fed my angler slime some chicken so I can sell their feces along with some phosphor plorts that I found along the way. With my money, I built another garden, this time for some vegetables, so I can have a source of fruit, vegetables, and meat for my slimes. I also built another corral so I can have another slime species in my ranch, which is the honey slimes. I then put a rooster I found on an expedition that went nowhere in my coop so the chickens can start reproducing. I went on a plort hunt so I can get some money, and I put all the plorts I found into the plort market machine. I got almost $1,800 with this money, and I bought a corral. But I wanted it to be tricked out because I have a special slime that I want to put there. So I gave it high walls and a plort collector. I wanted to get an upgrade before ending this video, so I seen what I needed for the resource harvester. After collecting a lot of plorts and putting them into the refinery, I then made my resource harvester and was satisfied with this video. And that's the end of today's video. I had way too much footage to put into one video, so I have another video to edit and script for and save for a rainy day. What do you think? Do you like this game? Should I play more of it for the channel? Like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode or future videos. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.